demonstration. Baby oil man daughters hate him. Exactly what was in the baby oil bottles. There were over 1,000 bottles of baby oil found. What was in those bottles? We know what's in my baby oil bottle. We see what's in mine, baby oil. Also, Kim Porter's book tells it all. But before we get started with this demonstration, let me read my copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. What that means is that everything that you hear in this demonstration is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Everything that you hear in this video that I call a demonstration is only the opinions of mine and others. Everything that you hear in this demonstration is allegedly only. Salute to the replay gang. I appreciate everybody for watching the demonstration after the live taping is over with. Salute to everybody that's watching from the clouds. Salute to my moderators. Salute to you, him, and her. Salute to my troublemakers. Salute to my angels. Salute to the whole rock squad. Salute, Marie. I see you down there, Marie. So, we're going to be covering 3 different topics in this demonstration. We're going to be covering baby oil man's daughters is not happy with him at all. Now, the sons showed up in court, but the daughters aren't happy with baby oil man at all. Also, what was in the 1,000 bottles of baby oil in Kim Porter's book, Tell It All. Now, it's not like we would expect the daughters to be holding them down. Why? Because the daughters are females. Now these daughters, they're the daughters of the late great Kim Porter. That's their mother. I'm gonna tell you like this. Definitely the sons gonna rock with Mom Dukes any given day. The daughters gonna rock with Mom Dukes, even daddy's girls, because the child has that connection with the mother that they just don't have with the father. The father, he has to build a connection with the children. Whereas though the mother, soon as she popped them out, that connection is there. So now the daughters, salute Raw, the daughters, they not feeling baby oil man right now. I mean, look at what he's being accused of, you know, and they see baby oil man on the video attacking this woman. Right is right, wrong is wrong. If y'all see me on video, I know some of y'all are my die-hard, ride-or-die rock squad people. If y'all see me on a video and I'm dragging a female, I'm kicking and I'm beating on a female, I'm telling y'all, make sure I'm held accountable. As me being a man, and look, it is what it is. Look, I got caught, I got busted. I got to face the music for this. Make sure y'all hold me accountable. Like I said, for me, I'm basing everything off of the facts. The facts. Some of y'all might say, but Shank, we don't really know everything. It hasn't even went to court. So we don't really know what's true and what's not. Well, look at the video. Now, when you look at that video, if you can't see that baby oil man is guilty in that video, then you probably need to go on somewhere. I can't tell you where to go at, but you might want to get away from people. You might want to just tuck your head underneath a pillar, because for the simple fact, the video shows us. The video shows us. Salute Positive Vibes, salute Suntan, salute Perk. I see y'all. Later on, after this demonstration is over with, we're going to be over there on Vino Entertainment TV. Perk, she got a demonstration set up for 7:45, but I know she's on Central Time, so it's 6:45. It'll be 6:45. Anyway, make sure y'all check the time. She will be going live on her channel at 7:45 Central Time. So if you're on Eastern Time, that means it'll be 8:45 Eastern Time. But make sure we pull up and show Vino Entertainment TV Perk some love. She's from the switching lane sector. She's helping me build this new sector. So salute, Michelle. All right, now, as I stated before, salute Tammy, salute Tammy. All right, let me read Raw comment, and then I'm gonna come back. Raw says, I've been seeing that it's speculated of illicit substance were used in the oil. Right. And like I said, you know, mine is oil, but we can speculate on 1,000 bottles. All right. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna say what some people is alleged that was in the bottles. It was baby oil bottles. It was lubrication. And they were found in one of the freak-off rooms. We all know what baby oil is used for. And if you don't know what baby oil is used for, hang around, and I'll explain it to you in this demonstration. Salute, Lush, appreciate you for pointing out. So now the daughters, like I said, the daughters, they see their father on video. And not only did they see their father on this video, they had to witness a lot of trauma, because according to Gene Deal, baby oil man attacked Kim Porter that sent her to the hospital. So you got to understand, these daughters of baby oil man, they witnessed some of this abuse. Not only did they witness it, they heard stories. Like I said, so for me, those are the facts, all right? I go back to the indictment. The indictment speaks on racketeering, kidnapping, and sex trafficking. Salute Capricorn Chronicles. The kidnapping is for victim number 1. That's in the indictment. And when y'all get a chance, Google baby oil man's indictment, and it's going to tell you the 3 charges, and it's going to indicate the victim. Victim 1. The victim is Cassie. So when you see that video, you see that he's holding her against her own will. That's kidnapping. That's an easy conviction. What's kidnapping? Forcefully holding someone against their will. He forcefully held her against her will. She couldn't leave. So now the daughters, the sons, you know, the sons showed up in court. You know, the sons going to rock and roll. Now we know one of the sons, allegedly, one of the sons, well, not even allegedly, one of the sons had a civil suit against him. One of the sons participated in a same situation, held a female against her will. Baby oil man was around doing that. You can't make this up. And I know. Black pride. I know. I'm all for black pride. I know. We need to love our kings and queens, and I know the system. I know. But at the same time, we cannot allow any man, black, white, orange, red, brown, we cannot allow any man of an African descendant, European descendant, Middle Eastern descendant, native. Make a difference what nationality a man is. We cannot allow no man to disrespect any woman. And that's the black woman, brown woman, white woman, Mexican, period. There are women to this day that has been SA as a child, and they're too afraid to come out and tell their story. There are women today that have went to their own mother, and the mother did not believe that the mother boyfriend or husband was SAing the daughter. There's trauma. There's trauma that the average American woman is dealing with due to the disrespect by a man. Let's just call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. If you talk to the average female, she's going to tell you, I was, one, molested when I was a child. I was abused. These things that happened in my past. I was in a relationship and my boyfriend, he told me that he loved me, but my boyfriend, he mentally, he physically, and he emotionally abused me. Now, I'm from the player world. I'm from the player world. If a woman chooses you, if you finesse the woman, if you're upfront with the woman, and if you give the woman an opportunity to choose you, and she know the stipulations that come along with being with you, I cannot advocate for no woman. I can't advocate for that woman because she chose you and she chose that lifestyle. But for any man to force a woman to do anything, that's negative on my watch. That's negative on my watch. The daughters, his daughters is looking at this. I know it hurts his daughters. That's their father. So I know it hurts them. But it's a difference between a girl and a boy. It's a difference between a man and a woman. We're wired differently. We're wired differently. When you do something against a woman, it don't make a difference who you is. Another woman is going to take that woman's side. Not all cases, but the majority of the cases, a woman is going to take another woman's side over you. If you disrespected that woman, if you done wrong by that woman, your mother, your sister, they're going to tell you, you was wrong what you done to her. Not unless it's a funky, word I'm trying to use. I gotta watch my language, y'all. I gotta watch my language. But not unless it's a ratchet female and she out of pocket. And even still, when you got a ratchet female, when you got any female that's out of pocket, another female is still going to say, yeah, she was out of pocket, but you ain't had to do it like that. You could have just put her out the car. You could have just took her clothes from her that you brought. You could have just put her out your house and made her walk home. See, understand this. Understand this. Men have to be checked. Women have to be checked, and children have to be checked. But it's a way that you go about checking a man. It's a way you go about checking a woman, and it's a way you go about checking a child. Let's give it the benefit of the doubt. All right. Allegedly, she went into his phone. She grabbed his phone, allegedly. All right. Let's keep it 100. She's twice his size. She's smaller than him. Now, she goes into his phone, right? Make this make sense. She goes into the phone, right? Allegedly because he was dealing with another female. So she goes into the phone, takes the phone or throws the phone at him. He comes behind her, Okay, he gets the phone from her. Well, once you got the phone from her, why you just ain't leave her where she was at? And do like Nino Brown did in New Jack City. Remember? Cancel her. I'll get another one. You got to make this make sense. If you took my phone, I'm going to come get my phone, but then I'm going to leave you where you at. So obviously it's more to the story than just that, because if she did wrong to him, if she instigated it and initiated it, why he drag her back into the room? Somebody tell me if that's how it happened. Well, okay, we get that. You got to get your phone back by any means. It's your phone. Okay, you got the phone back. So why did you drag her and prevented her from leaving? See, the daughters is seeing this. The sons allegedly is a part of the madness they damn selves. So you know they rooting for him. And if anybody out there that's rooting for the baby oil man, I got one question. Was you at the parties? You get where I'm coming from? Speaking of the celebrities, Ray J, was you at the baby oil man's parties? Because you defending him. Come on. What happened to us standing up for what's right? I mean, look, that don't make you corny. That don't make you lame. That don't make you a square. If you standing up for what's right. Right? But enough of that. Let's go to.
Why anybody?
I'm gonna go to Gene Deal. Let's go to Gene Deal and then I'm gonna come back, y'all.
Why haven't anybody came out defending Diddy? All these celebrity friends he have, and nobody came out.
Now, shout out to Art of Dialogue. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue. Now, he asked them, why haven't all these celebrity friends that Baby Oil Man has, why hasn't any of them come out to defend him?
They brand. It's all about the money. They saw what he did to Cassie.
Stop right there. Salute, TT. Salute, Mr. Lip Turd. Salute, y'all. Salute, Tammy. Stop right there. What did Gene say? They saw what he done to Cassie. Stop right there. Why are people walking and running around, like I said, for the Ray J's and the other celebrities? Y'all know what Baby Oil Man was doing. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Y'all know what Baby Oil Man was doing. The celebrity circle, the Hollywood circle, those that were attending the parties, those that were friends with Baby Oil Man, y'all knew what he was doing. Y'all knew what he was doing. Most of y'all was scared of him, and the ones that wasn't scared of him, y'all was enjoying it, and y'all was participating in the madness just like Baby Oil Man.
With the kicking, the punching. They saw what they did to Cassie. They know did nobody in America like that. So now, these people are represented by a brand. Whether it's something about the music, clothing, movies. They're not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them. And they praying that they not on the tape.
Did you hear him? Did you hear him? They praying that they not on them tapes. I'm trying to tell y'all, this right here is the biggest scandal. Baby Oil Man scandal is the biggest scandal in Hollywood. It's the biggest scandal in the music entertainment business that you can imagine. It's the baby oil man for me. Make sure y'all hashtag baby oil man. This is one of those scandals where when it all comes out, a lot of people is going to be shocked.
Doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the Fed say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey, buddy, we got you on this tape, and girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs. That's when they're gonna start talking. And they're not gonna be talking in his favor.
Make sure y'all not using profanity in the chat. Make sure y'all not using profanity in the chat. Just use the first letter or spell it backwards. No profanity in the chat. Y'all can speak y'all mind. Y'all can speak y'all mind. I don't have no problem with y'all voicing y'all opinions, but please, no profanity in the chat. Appreciate it.
Come to them and show them what they got on tape. Because if he had 250 tapes 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught spilling a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor.
Who y'all think he referring to? Let me backtrack. Who y'all think he referring to when he says it could be your favorite pastor?
It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. But
nah, you good. You good, Tammy. You good. You good, Tammy.
They didn't think they was being watched. And Brother Love was watching.
Yeah, I mean, TD Jakes, he hadn't even came out and said anything. And him and Diddy was real cool.
Hey.
Why hasn't TD Flakes came out and said anything? Inquiring minds would like to know.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, man. And I know the people in the congregation over there is shaking in their boots because this man didn't led them allegedly probably led them to damnation because those people's hearts are going to be broken.
How would you feel? How would you feel if, salute Cotan, how would you feel for my Christian family and my Jehovah's Witnesses? How would y'all feel if y'all pastor or if y'all preacher ended up on one of Baby Oil's tapes? For the Muslim side of the family, how would y'all feel if y'all imam or if y'all minister was on some of Baby Oil's tapes? For my Jewish side of the family, how would you feel if your rabbi was seen on a Baby Oil tape? Would it change your faith as a Muslim? Would it change your faith if you saw your imam, if you saw your minister on a Baby Oil man's freak off tape? A Christian, would it change? Would it change your faith? Would it change your perspective on the religion? For me, I would say, don't let it. I would say, don't let it. Don't let a pastor or don't let a person or a few people change your faith and change your religious perspective. Now, if they are pointing out something wrong about this religion, that's totally something different. But don't let the shortcomings of a man or woman clutter your thinking process to make you believe that because my imam is on this freak off tape, then all Muslims are bad. And that goes for the other religious faiths as well. But what will that do? What will that say? Once again, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with what people do in their personal time. What you got going on is what you got going on. But the point that I'm trying to make, when we're discussing baby oil man, and when we're talking about those that were at those freak off parties, we're talking about grown men. We're talking about grown women. Somebody said this to me early today at work. When you know better, you do better. When do we draw the line? Salute Leslie. When as men and women do we draw the line and just say, no, I can't do that? And if we do choose to participate in these devilish activities, because that's what these activities represent. These are devilish activities because according to the Bible, according to the scriptures, a man shouldn't lay with another man. A woman shouldn't lay with another woman. These sexual activities is an abomination to the Lord. Y'all know these ain't my words. I'm quoting scriptures. So when do we just say, man, I can't participate in that? And if I do participate in it, then I have to step down as a pastor. I have to step down as a man of God. I have to step down as a woman of God because I have a lot of people that follow me. I have influenced a lot of people all over the world, and they look towards me as their spiritual leaders. And how can I be preaching the word and I'm out here backsliding? And I'll say it again. The daughters is not having it. They not. Now, the bottles of baby oil. Don't y'all think for 1 second that there was something other than baby oil in those 1,000 bottles of baby oil. The bottles of baby oil was found in the freak off rooms. Come on, man. For those that don't know, and I know everybody that's watching this demonstration, everybody knows what you use baby oil for when it comes time for sexual activity. You use it for lubrication. Shalom, Hackman. Shalom, Hackman. So he had it where it was supposed to be. Now we could speculate. Some of y'all want to speculate. Okay, many things could have been in the bottles. Like what? Like what? Y'all tell me. This is a baby oil bottle. What else? And I got it in my freak off room. What's a freak off room? The freak off room is where sexual activity is taking place. See, it's one thing for the attorney. All right. The attorney, I said this. It's one thing for the attorney to, cat about the baby oil bottles and all the other stuff. He's the attorney. So he's getting paid. He's getting paid to make the baby oil bottle seem like it was something else in there. He's getting paid to make it seem like baby oil man didn't do anything wrong. But for those that's trying to make it seem like baby oil man should not be locked up, For y'all trying to make it seem like baby oil man didn't do nothing wrong, you suspect. You suspect. But let's go back to my man, Gene Deal.
If that man is seen on those tapes doing anything. Because people always put their faith in the pastor instead of putting their faith in God. And what they need to do is understand that he's just a man. And he has a history. It's not looking too good for him.
I'll answer this one question. What's wrong with KY jelly? I mean, why baby oil? KY jelly is a female thing. Females like to use KY jelly. Well, at least all of the females that I was with, they use KY jelly. The baby oil, that's a man thing. Men use baby oil. The men like baby oil. The females like using KY jelly. But did he actually do it? Yes.
So you feel like celebs are worried that they might be on tape?
Oh, they know. That's why they ain't speaking up or saying nothing. Yeah, I was at the Diddy party, but I know I ain't do nothing. When you don't know somebody's taping you, when you don't know that somebody is videoing you in some kind of form or fashion, you got that alcohol, you got the drugs in you, they're a little loose, bruh. They let down all their inhibitions. The music is pumping. He said it himself. He got it so hot in there that you got to take your clothes off. He said that himself, bro. So a lot of them, like what was what he said? I think a lot of them was being swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? They tell off on themselves all the time, man. You just gotta listen.
But why do you think Diddy had all them hidden cameras?
Bro, when you that powerful, you didn't get that powerful without having one or two or maybe three ups on somebody.
Gene Deal breaking it down for y'all. Salute, Snoopy. Salute, Snoopy Tremaine. Appreciate you for pulling up. I'm doing good, Snoopy. Gene Deal breaking it down for us. Let's listen.
Bro, when you that powerful, you didn't get that powerful without having one or two or maybe three ups on somebody. Diddy always been the type of individual that wanted to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. Like, he always played artists against each other. He did it to Big, he did it to Craig Mack. You understand? I said before, he did the stuff to Ja Rule, you know what I'm saying, so how the ups on Ja Rule, so he could go after Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying? So he always played those kind of up games on people. So to have those cameras and know what he was doing is gonna give him the ups on everybody who came to that party. Even your favorite basketball player. Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
We have now, Diddy has now pulled up in the chat. Diddy says he's lying on me. Diddy, come on, man. Tell us about that video. Tell us about that video. Salute, Zena. Tell us about that video. And should we be running from you, Diddy? Should we be running from Diddy? Diddy is in the chat and Diddy says he's lying on me. Well, what about that tape? Can you please explain to me and the rest of the Rock Squad what was going on in that tape? We would like to know, Baby Oil Man. Please tell us what in the hell was you doing on that videotape, Baby Oil Man?
We know who said that. he may be one of the persons who got caught up in the Diddy party.
LeBron said that, but yeah, you might be right. You know, it sounds like he had all them hidden cameras to use it against people.
I think that was said in the indictment, right? That was said in the indictment. You know, somebody, I think Dawn may have said that. I don't know for sure, and correct me if I'm wrong. He would, even if you didn't want to do something, he would tell an individual, well, I got you on tape doing it before. And the person would feel pressured in having to do something or come and do something at the party or be at the party because he already had him on tape right then and there. But what you think when you do it the second time? He's still gonna have you on tape. Those tapes is the one who's killing, because people don't understand this. Little Rod, he's taping for Diddy in some occasions. When he wrote his indictment up, no, when he wrote his when his lawyer wrote up his briefs and submitted it, he must have had some kind of, he must have been a prosecutor somewhere or something like that, because he wrote it up like it was an indictment. You understand? Saying all the stuff that had happened. Then people don't understand this. After he wrote it up and he had the tapes and everything, they sent this to the feds. The feds opened up a case on that. Everybody think it's happened. Oh, the feds looked at Cassie getting beaten, and then they just opened up a case. Nah. I think it was more so Lil Rob and them sending the feds that information. They put in a civil suit, then sent the other stuff over to the feds, and it read like an indictment. So they had to look at it because they see some crimes that was committed in that.
So according to Gene Deal, and since you're in the chat, Diddy, maybe you can correct Gene Deal if he's wrong. But according to Gene Deal, Little Rod sent some footage. Little Rod sent some footage to the feds. Little Rod was recording. He was taping a lot of the stuff that was going on. See, Baby Oil Man, it's like he got his hand in this cookie jar. He got his hand in that cookie jar. He got his hands in so many different cookie jars. It's like, dang, you wasn't satisfied. You just couldn't have been satisfied with that cookie jar. You couldn't have just been satisfied with what you had going on over there. I mean, come on. Now we got this book, a tell-it-all book from Kim Porter. Some people feel like the book is not authentic. Some people feel like the book is not real. Of course, you're going to have naysayers. We know Kim Porter has a book. We know she was scheduled to release a book. Right? I see you, Tiara Latrice. I see you, Tiara. Tiara, do you have your jar of baby oil? And everybody else in the chat that's down there, do y'all have y'all bottle of baby oil? Drop a 1 in the chat if you got your bottle of baby oil. Now, I don't want nobody with 1,000 bottles now. I only need you to have 1 bottle. Remember, I'll accept the KY jelly. So drop a 1 if you got a bottle of baby oil or you got a tube of KY jelly. Tiffany says she's allergic to the baby oil. My bottle of baby oil is almost gone. I used to put the baby oil on my head until my troublemakers in the chat started roasting me. So I had to put the baby oil up on the shelf because I would use the baby oil to make my head shine. But my troublemakers in the chat, they gonna be in here in a little bit roasting me. They started roasting me about my head being so shiny. So I put my baby oil up. But at least y'all know what I was using my bottle of baby oil for. Right? But this book, Kim Porter's book, yesterday on the demonstration, I'm going to take this comment. Home Doug says, yeah. And I'm sure that's what Baby Oil Man needed 1,000 of them bottles for too. Tammy says, I use it for the summer for my skin and my feet. I don't think Baby Oil Man was using it for his head. Baby Oil Man got a boosie for. Baby Oil Man got hair on his head. Yeah, he ain't got no baldy like me. Man says, I have 5 bottles of baby oil. I use it for my, and that's fine. See, he honest. My man honest. He letting you know he got 5 of these things. And he letting you know what he use them for. That's being honest. Corn Doug says, I'm playing, Big Doug. I don't know. I know you playing. David says, at least it's 1 bottle. That's what I'm saying. I only got 1 bottle. Now look and see how much in here. Every time I hold up this baby oil bottle, I bet it don't go no lower. I bet y'all won't see me with a new bottle. I'm just saying. Now I want to talk to y'all about this Kim Porter's book. If you using profanity, if you using the N-word, I will delete your comment. And if you keep on doing it, I will block you. I can cut a fool. Ask about me. Please don't make me cut a fool on your ass. Respect my chat. Or the next demonstration, your ass will be on my next demonstration. All right? All right? No profanity in my chat and no using the N-word. But this book, all right? How many of y'all think the book is official? Drop a 1 if you think Kim Porter's book is official. Drop a 2. Drop a 2 if you think that it's fake. One thing that's in the book, she mentions that the baby oil man prefers intercourse with a man over a woman. Kim said in the book, baby oil man hit her. Baby oil man got mad one time at her because she wouldn't use a strap on. He wanted her to penetrate him with a strap on. And she wouldn't do it. She ain't do it. That's in the book. The daughters allegedly read the book. The daughters allegedly helped the mother put the book together. So in my opinion, that's even more reasons the daughters is not supporting baby oil man. They know how he treated their mother. They know. It's not a secret. Now we have Suge Knight. Suge Knight weighed in on this. See, now, nobody wanted to hear from Suge Knight, right? This is how phony and how fake some people are. Everybody threw Suge Knight away, right? Everybody called Suge Knight this big monster, this, just nobody wanted no dealings with Suge Knight. But now, why are legal experts, as well as everybody else, now they are recounting words that Suge Knight said. They are even, matter of fact, let's go to Suge Knight. Damn, I'm way behind. My bad, y'all. My bad. My bad. Salute Sages. Salute Sages. Let's check into what Suge Knight got to say.
Should they believe you about what you think and feel about Sean Diddy Combs and any allegations against him, given your history of animosity with him?
Well, first of all, I'm not calling you or nobody else getting nobody to believe anything regarding him. Like I said, and I always say, me personally, I don't jump up and down and cheer for no black man going to prison or any other man, any other human being going to prison. Now, people think prison is always the answer. I'm not saying a lot of people don't deserve to do their time and see what's going on. But at the same time, that's not no cheerful thing, because when you look at it, that man has kids.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever affects him definitely affects his kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know there's a lot of victims involved in it, and whatever affects him affects their kids. So it's not a good thing to be talking about any shit about the next person. But it's not a gray area with me. And at the same time, Puffy didn't react, or people he got or doing those things or those allegations by himself. He was taught from people before him, and he did it to the younger people after him.
Did y'all hear that? Now, according to Suge Knight, Baby Oil Man was taught. He was taught by the people in the industry that was before him, and in return, Baby Oil Man done it to the younger generation that was coming up. According to Suge Knight, he said Baby Oil Man was taught. He was taught what he has been accused of, and he was taught by those that were before him in the music industry, and then he turned around undone and did it to the younger folks. What are y'all thoughts on that?
And we can talk all day and say what's true, what's not true. But the true part about it is videos, conversations, and people can see what they know.
Mm-hmm.
But more is being happy and proud and saying what do people think. That's irrelevant.
So sure.
That's just like I heard earlier today when Ray J was talking to TMZ.
Mm-hmm.
I got love for Harvey. I see Charles always got some negative to say when it comes to West Coast people. And Charles tried to make a reference to say that, how do I feel when I'm in prison? Yeah, I'm in prison. I guarantee you I'm free more than Charles. If I feel like sleeping to 5 o'clock, I want to sleep 12 hours a day, I can.
Sure.
So besides all that, the fact is, it's not no competition who's going to talk the loudest or talk the best. It's not something positive that can help anybody. I don't get on no platform just to be something positive. If it ain't positive.
I understand what you're saying. I want you to try to make some positive points here. I get what you're saying about TMZ, but that's not really my interest, as you might imagine. My interest is in what you can help people understand about these allegations that Diddy is facing and what you believe he's facing on the inside. Now, what's most interesting to me is that you seem to see Diddy as kind of an Epstein kind of figure. That Jeffrey Epstein, that a lot of people know what Diddy was about, and they were about the same thing, and that's why they're quiet. That's why J-Lo and Ben Affleck got divorced, because of videos that he has of her that now they know about. Where is this coming from with you? What do you believe about the people around Diddy and what everybody knows?
So, first of all, you got to start with the top. You starting with the top. Clyde Davis.
Wow. Wow. Did y'all hear Suge? Suge said first you got to start at the top. And what name did he say? Salute, Mel. I see you. Suge said, you got to start at the top. And what name did he say? Salute, Mel.
At the top. You starting with the top. Clyde Davis. Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons. Clive Davis. Russell Simmons.
At the top. You starting with the top. Clyde Davis. Russell Simmons. Andre Arell. Jimmy Iovine. And even if you take Jimmy Iovine, he had an allegation from him, same thing, it went away. You take Jimmy Iovine. They told me at Universal at Interscope, they said, you know what? We can't deal with artists that gets in trouble. And your artist gets in trouble, they talk crazy.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Keep going,
They
Suge.
speak about what they speak about what they see. Now I was told that I can't do business there because of that. Now Doug Morris gave Puffy a deal for millions of dollars. It's blocked. So when you look at all these things and everybody want to say Puffy, 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 don't get me wrong. Yeah, Puffy stepped in this shit, and even if he wiped the shit off his shoe, it still stinks. But he's not the only one. They got all the tapes. They got
Now,
all
when you
the
talk
videos.
about the tapes,
But this been going on for a long time.
Hold on, Suge. Help us understand, because a lot of this stuff is a little inside baseball for people, right? Because they don't live the life, they don't know the
This
world,
call
they don't
and
know the
your
players.
telephone number will be monitored and
But
recorded.
that's just a recording from the prison. That's just saying that they recorded, which obviously they do. Suge, help people understand. What tapes are you talking about? Who has them? And what kinds of things do you think they show?
Well, number one, luckily, I wasn't their first choice, their second choice. I want the first choice to be at those freaky parties. But you know what they show. They used to have a thing in the industry, right? And the sad thing about it, I don't like mentioning Usher. I don't like mentioning Justin Bieber. I don't like mentioning all these people that everybody knows kind of is. So at the same time, they used to have a joke. They never played this joke with me. And they used to walk in the Interscope office. They'd go back there and they'd be like, hey, we passed the test. I said, we haven't did the test. One dude said, don't say that in front of Mr. Knight because he's going to take it offensive and hurt somebody. I said, well, whatever it is, I probably would take it offensive when somebody would get their ass whooped. You know, that was me in those days. They used to have these guys, they used to call it the boiled egg test. They could take a boiled egg, a raw boiled egg, they have those guys put their pants down, bend over, and they stick it up their ass. The egg break, they say they're not ready yet. They ain't put enough work in. This is Hollywood. So everybody want to go act like they don't know what's going on.
Hold on a second, sure.
I got to stop. Did y'all hear what he said about man, oh man. Did y'all hear this? I couldn't even repeat it. Wow.
They can take a boiled egg, a raw boiled egg, they have those guys put their pants down, bend over, and they stick it up their ass. The egg break, they say they're not ready yet. They ain't put enough work in. This is Hollywood. So everybody want to go act like they don't know what's going on.
Hold on a second,
but
sure.
if you just look,
Sure.
what you got to do is
I have never heard of anything like that. So if I haven't heard about it, just assume a lot of people haven't heard that before. But you think it's on video?
Let's stop for a second.
Go ahead, Suge.
Yeah, listen, and also, have you ever been to any puppy parties?
No.
You sure they had a long time to think about it, but if you haven't been in those butt naked parties, even some of the preachers been in those parties, and they wasn't on their knees praying for God. See, they were praying for somebody to have come real quick.
Suge said even some of the preachers was in Baby Oil Man's party.
But how was the evidence proof of it? At the same time, everybody want to look around and act like something going on that wasn't right. It's the facts of life in the industry, not for the people who don't get in. So, everybody, you got to look at it like this. When you see a beautiful woman or you see a handsome man, and it was like that all their life, elementary school to junior high school to high school, they forced to go to college, right? They always knew they had something special about themselves. But you take some of the Hollywood executives or some artists, they might have been the ugly duckling for a long time before they had the teeth sticks and lipsticks and nose sticks, all the work done. Underneath, they still the young people with no confidence because they've been that way all their fucking life. So all of a sudden, if you look at fucking old pictures, don't look nothing like his new pictures. You know, shit, they didn't do everything.
But sure, just because he has plastic surgery, all I'm saying is, I'm not saying that you're wrong about rich people doing stuff to their face or whatever it is, but that's different than the allegations that are coming down on him.
I'm talking about rich people. I'm talking about the difference. I'm talking about, okay, let's look at it like this. I look at it real plain and simple. Ain't no whistleblower. Facts is there. But right now, I don't care if it's T.I., I don't care if it's Rick Ross, I don't care if it's Jay, I don't care if it's Snoop, I don't care if it's Game, I don't care if it's Trey. Nobody's stepping up on the fact that you know what's going on.
Nobody's defending him.
You're right. Guys at Interscope.
You're right.
Okay.
Nobody is defending him, but that's why I was interested in hearing your perspective.
Former music producer for Sean.
Wow. Wow. I appreciate everybody for subbing. I appreciate everybody for subscribing to the channel and hitting the like button. Wow. A egg. Suge said they will stick an egg up. Damn. Let me jump to the chat. Let me jump to the chat. But did y'all hear Suge? Did y'all hear Suge? Tammy said, Puff Diddy is back, y'all. Baby oil man, Puff Diddy. Is it true that they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil? Puff Diddy, talk to us. Talk to us, Puff Diddy. I want the exclusives. I want the exclusives, Puff Diddy. Richard says, Diddy got caught out playing with fire. Burn, baby, burn. Tammy says, forget you, baby oil man, and I'm being polite. Suntan says, boy, bye. Puff Diddy says, do not trust Suge. Nah, Puff Diddy, don't trust your baby oil ass. I trust Suge more than I trust your baby oil ass, P. Diddy. Jay Lee says, I think Suge says a lot of sugar-coated things. He can't actually say the full truth. Puff Diddy says, I'm a nice guy. I just want to be having parties while y'all hating on me. Trey says, a boiled egg Shank. Oh, okay. Oh, but an egg is an egg, right? Santan says, Shank, nah, baby oil. But let's address Puff Diddy that's in the chat. Puff Diddy says, I'm a nice guy. I just want to be having parties while y'all hating on me. It's not about the parties itself. It's about what you had going on at the parties, Puff Diddy. Jay says the boiled egg was in some way symbolic, but he can't say what he really meant. Okay. What's up, Moneybag? What's up, Moneybag? What's up, Moneybag? Wow. Yeah, it's not so much of people hating on Baby Oil Man. It's the crimes that he committed. Reginald says a lot of people are going down with Diddy. Yeah, a lot of big names. You know, they had a list. For example, what he said about Eazy-E, they stick you with a dirty needle. Got you. End of the 400-year curse says, okay. Dope Boy says VIP. Richard says evidence. The evidence is there. Dope Boy says the list, VIP list. Tammy says, again, is this really you laughing out loud? Baby old man, please don't get me started. Get him, Tammy. Get him, Tammy. Get Baby Oil Man. If that's really Puff Diddy. I think it is Puff Diddy. I think it is. I mean, we see how he living. He get $160 a day spending limit. He gets steak and potatoes. He living good. He living good. Gary says, I'm staying away from Jay-Z and hip-hop and sports teams who is down with baby oil boys. They are going to hell. Dope Boy says, oil prices. Yeah, man. And y'all know as much as I make a fun of it, you know, and cut a fool, but it's serious. You know, it's serious. And, you know, we can't forget the victims. You know, it's victims in this. It's victims in this. And these victims could be any one of our family members. And how would we feel? Ursula says, hey, probably has 5 phones in his butt when he went in. Daniel. What'd you say, Ursula? He probably had 5 phones in his butt when he went in. I'll be real with y'all. I ain't gonna go there. Let's see what Puff Diddy says. They might take out Prince, Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, and all of them other people, but they ain't gonna get me because I'm innocent. Can a brother be successful and have a good time? Puff Diddy. Black men sure do know how to get in trouble. Ursula said, that's funny, you know. Glock out of pocket. So what are we gonna do with Puff Diddy, y'all? Puff Diddy says they might take out Prince, Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, and all of them other people, but they ain't gonna get me because I'm innocent. Can a brother be successful and have a good time? What do y'all think about that? Jay says also the powerful leaders who helped Diddy and whoever else rise to power are now dead or dying. So he has no more protection now. He gets to take the blame alone. And you know what, Jay? You absolutely right. You absolutely right. And I didn't look at it like that. He don't got no protection. He don't got no protection. Wow. Ursula says, you're right. Reginald says, that's what's going to take them down, being untouchable. Ursula says, because Clive got Alzheimer's, supposedly. Gary says, you're right. Suntan says, man, get out of here. Kids, blackmailing ain't got nothing to do with partying. Tammy says, F you, dude. I never cared for you anyway. God help your family. Dan says TD Blake's was at some of baby old man's freak out. Yeah. And I gave TD Flakes the benefit of the doubt. The people who was sending to me the picture was like, look who's at the thing. Trelane, salute Trelane. Trelane says if Diddy partied to the point that people got drunk and had so much pink powdered drugs, that bags of IV medicine had to be brung in. That's a problem. How many of y'all feel like Trelane? Trelane says if Diddy partied to the point that people got drunk and had so much pink powder drugs, that bag of IV medicine had to be brung in. That's the problem. Wow. Wow. Let's see what this is. All right. Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all think that his daughters should be by his side like his sons? What are y'all thoughts when it comes to the daughters, when it comes to the twins? You know, the twins, they disowned him. They don't want to have nothing to do with him. Do y'all think that the twins, do y'all think that the daughters should stand beside him like the sons are? Because the sons showed up at the bail hearing, at the bond hearing, but the daughters didn't. What's y'all thoughts? As I was saying earlier, you know, you got to look at it from a female perspective. You know, when a female see a man doing something like that, when a female see a man beating on another female, you know, she's going to look at that and be like, you know, you was wrong. You was dead wrong. Even if that female was out of pocket. Another female gonna be like, you shouldn't have did it like that. You know? Like I said, Baby Oil Man, he been doing too much, y'all. He got a lot. Just look. Look at the track record. Look at the track record. I want to go back to the first victim that we know of. All right? Now, this is the first victim. This is the first victim. This is the first victim of Baby Oil Man.
I'm happy to have you on the platform.
Thank you. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Yes, indeed. So before we get into your story, introduce yourself to the people.
Okay, I'm Natanya Rubin. I am a mother. I am a widow. God rest my husband's soul. I am a lover of art. I have a reupholstery business. I'm a life insurance agent. I am a woman of many things. I call myself a Renaissance woman. I do many things. I have lots of skills and gifts, and I'm thankful to the Most High for them all. I'm also a victim survivor. I like to call myself a survivor. I was a victim of a shooting that night in the club, December 27th, 1999, shot in the face by Sean Puffy Combs. I was an innocent bystander.
Did y'all hear what she said? In 1999, she was an innocent bystander and she was shot in the face by Baby Oil Man. Now, his victims go as far back as 1999. That's 15 years ago. Or no, that's 25 years ago. So he got a track record that dates back 25 years ago. But let's get into her. Now, this is the young lady that got shot in the club that the rapper Sean did the 10 years for Baby Oil Man. This is the victim.
There's this notion online, what you did to make him shoot you? Nothing. But not that I or anybody deserved it. I was an innocent bystander, but I am a survivor. 24-year survivor.
So with that being said, right, if you don't mind, can you give me a play-by-play of everything that took place when you got shot by Diddy at the nightclub?
Okay, I can say I was at a girlfriend's house. We hung out for the holiday. My kids were spending Christmas with my grandmother. Everybody I had decided against going initially because I had gotten saved, so I wasn't really out and about. But my girlfriends were like, come on, come on. One of our girlfriends, her name is Big Stacy. She's a party promoter in the New York City area. And I decided, I'm going to go to support Stacy because we're friends and we supported each other in our endeavors. So I went out to support her promoting her own party that was at New Year's Eve. I wasn't going to go to the New Year's Eve party, so I went ahead after Christmas and went with them to the party. We were getting dressed. I didn't really have any clothes to go out over there. Like I said, I hadn't been going out. And so I was going to go home to get clothes. And they were all saying, come on, Eb. Everybody calls me Ebony for short. Come on, Eb, don't go home. If you go home, you're not going to come back. And they were probably right. If I went all the way home to the section of Brooklyn I lived in, I wasn't going to come back. So my girlfriend said, why don't you wear one of my outfits? So I'm like, nah, I'm not going to wear your outfit. I'll go to my sister's house. Went to my sister's house, got an outfit to wear, came back because it was relatively close in the same section of Brooklyn Crown Heights. I came back and I was getting myself together to go. They had already complained that I was taking too long, I took too long, so they were already moving out of the door down to the car. In my foray towards the front door, I was putting my earring in, and my girlfriend Kelly, whose house we were at, had a big Rottweiler named Brick. Brick jumps up, stands fully tall, and puts his feet on my shoulder, and it knocks my earring out of my hand. The earring falls, goes under the fish tank that broke earlier that week, and so there were still little pieces of glass under there, so when I went to get my earring, cut my finger. Just all these little things trying to stop me from going out of the door. I go clean my finger, I get the piece of glass out, I clean it, I wrap it, put on a Band-Aid, put my earring in. As I reach the threshold, they're blowing the horn, telling me to hurry up. I step 1 foot across the threshold, and a voice says, "Go change your shoes." Now, I knew it was God. God talks to me all the time. So I was like, if I change my shoes, I have to change all of my accessories. And God just repeated, "Go change your shoes." Now, I'm a stiletto girl. I would stand up in my beauty salon in stilettos for hours and hours on end. This particular day, I had on short ankle boots. I'm not a flats.
Now she giving full details on what she had on. She's giving full details what she had on. Let me fast forward a little bit, y'all. But she been saying it for years. That's true, Suntan.
Boots. And I went back and I changed the boot.
Let me fast forward a little bit.
It's bigger than just change your boots. It was an act of faith and an act of love for a friend that on each side, narrowing the stream of traffic to 1 lane. And I instantly said, 2 ambulances, are they expecting somebody to die? What is this? Because I had never, ever seen that at a club or at this club. And it just stood out as so weird to me. My friends were like, I had just gotten saved, so they were like, "Oh, come on, hallelujah, don't start with all that." You know, making their jokes. You know how it is. I'm from New York. We got thick skin. I'm not bothered by it. But it stood out to me instantly. It was a very cold day, so when we got to the front of the club, there were lots of people outside. And anyone who's familiar with the club scene knows, especially a club that's considered popping, they're always going to leave some degree of a line outside so that the additional people who arrive think, "Oh, wow, look at all these people. It must really be jumping." It's just a whole marketing thing for the nightclub scene. It's what they do. So there were tons of people outside. We pulled up to we got out, we were in the front of the club, and so many people. I can say that I was relatively popular, and I knew so many people out there. And everybody kept saying, "What you doing here? I thought you was in the church. I thought what you coming to preach a sermon?" You know, people were making jokes and stuff like that, and I thought it was funny. We laughed. And I was like, "No, I'm just out here chilling, helping Stacy promote." And everybody kept calling my name. People were because people had kind of steered away from me for a while. You know how it is when you first get saved? And you swing the pendulum all the way to the far left. Now, everybody that comes in your presence, you're like, "Let me lay hands on you, girl. The Father God told me to tell you this."
I'ma fast forward, y'all. But she's been saying this for years. She's been saying the same story for years.
All went in. So he made us come in. When I was approaching the security guard, this particular one security guard, a female security named Sharice Myers, who was found out that she lied and committed fraud and all this stuff. When I was walking in, she checked my bag and she's like, you can't bring this in here. This is a weapon. It was a comb, a hair comb, a rat tail comb. She made such a big to-do about this comb, took it out of my bag, yet you allow 4 people or 3 people to come in with guns. Like, make it make sense. So we get in the club, she takes my comb, she makes this big scene, we get in the club, and I'm really, the entire time I'm in this frame of mind, like, why did I come? Why did I come? So,
That's a question, and I'm going to come back to it, y'all. I'm going to come back to it. That's a question, to me, that's a legitimate question. And I see some people in the chat are asking the same question. If you got all these signs from the Lord, why didn't you act upon those signs? all these different signs from the Lord. Why didn't you act on those signs? Now, I can't judge her because I've gotten signs from the Lord in my younger days. It was times when I had got saved. I was still participating in worldly activities. At one time, I was serving two masters. So I'm not going to be the one to judge her. I'll leave that up to y'all. I ain't judging her because I was saved or I was in the mosque and, you know, I should be at the mosque, but I'm somewhere doing some stuff I ain't got no business doing. In my younger days, I supposed to be at church. I supposed to be at Bible study, but I'm somewhere doing some stuff that I don't supposed to be doing. So I ain't judging her. I'm going to let y'all judge her. Salute to Nithya. Salute to Nithya. Why a lot of us don't act on things and later say why I didn't. And that's so true. That's so true. End of the 4-year curse says church people know that the devil nests other clubs. Why? And that's a good point. But I think we all, like I said, I raised my hand. I'm just as guilty as she is because that was me. God would put things in my path. He would send me certain people and everything, and I would ignore it. And then later on, like Santan asked, later on, I'd be like, damn, that was God's angel. Or damn, that was God telling me, go home. That was God telling me, don't do it. So, but the thing of it is, like I said, we have to understand that regardless of what, she still was, you know, in the face. And as I stated, this goes back 25 years ago, 1999. She says, and I'm going to play it. She says she saw who it was that pulled the trigger. Baby Oil Man. That's who she say she saw pull the trigger. Baby Oil Man. So his power goes as far back to 99. I know it went further than that. But look what happened. Look at the outcome of what happened. The young lady was, you know, in the face, pow in the face. A young man went to prison and served 10 years in prison. And the person that's behind it all never did one day in jail. It's time that Baby Oil Man face the music. You can only run but so long. You can only get away with it but for so long. And see, the cold piece of it to me is he kept on and on and on and on. He abused his power. He felt as though he was untouchable. And that's what this is about. When we're talking about Baby Oil Man, we're talking about a man that felt like he was untouchable. It is what it is. It's nothing more, it's nothing less. Yes, Diddy, you felt like you was untouchable. Let's go back. Let's go back.
But, you know, it's active. It's, as they say, the club was jumping. And everybody's trying to, you know, they see people they know and everybody's heading off somewhere. So I was like the designated driver homegirl. I just held a little corner in the front. I didn't go deep into the club because I wasn't in a party state of mind. I didn't feel like I should have been there. And
that was another sign. Salute Dirty Red Vibes. Salute Dirty Red Vibes. And we all have gotten that feeling. I get it now. Now I'm able to act on it. Now I'm gone within a heartbeat. If the energy ain't right, if I get that gut feeling, I'm gone. Whereas though before, I was just like her. Knew I wasn't supposed to be in a particular place, but I still stayed. How many of y'all been like that before? Drop a 1 if that was y'all at one time. knew y'all wasn't supposed to be somewhere, but still stayed? Drop a one.
I just held my little corner across from the bar. I stood in this little area by this half a metal wrought iron gate, and I just stood there. My friends would go off, do their thing, come back and check on me. You good, Ev? You want something to drink? You good? I just was like, I'm good. Y'all go ahead. I was only in the club an hour and 15 minutes before I got shot. While I was standing there, right across from me at the other side, which is where the bar was, I saw Scar, Matthew Allen, the guy that Puffy got into the fight with.
So she's saying that Baby Oil Man got into a fight with the dude.
Caused this whole melee to take place. I knew Scar. Scar's mother lived across the street from one of my beauty salons. I've known Scar from the street. I've known him for years, and we were cool. So he's like, hey, what you doing in here? Because he knew I got saved too. And so he's like, oh, praise the Lord, you up in here? You know, what you doing in here? Everybody was shocked to see me there because they all knew. That's how 10 toes down I am. Wherever I'm doing, everyone is going to know. It's not a secret for me. And so because everybody knew I got saved and I was not out at clubs and stuff like that, it was clear, what you doing here? And so I was like, oh, you know, Stacy's promoting her stuff and I'm just out here with her promoting, supporting her, and that's it. He said, what you drinking? Let me get you a drink. I said, I'm not drinking. So I said, I'll take a juice. So he ended up getting me a juice. He even laughed, like, you got me ordering juice? I said, I'm not drinking. And that's the thing about me as well. When I say what I say, people respect my decisions, just like I respect theirs. If I'm not participating in an activity, no one can make me do it. It just so happens, I drank my juice, I was standing on the side. One of my girlfriends came to me eventually and said, I want to go to the restroom. And so I walked with her to the restroom. We went down, we descended the staircase, which was right beside where I was standing, and we went around the perimeter. Because if you know a club, it's all thick and congested in the middle, and I don't want to be brushing against people and all that stuff. So we walked the perimeter, the outer perimeter of the club, and we went to the bathroom. As I got down there walking, you could see that the club was really like packed. There were tons of people there. And so I was like, wow, it's really, crowded in here. You could kind of see who and who was in the club. So we went to the bathroom. I went right back to my spot. In no time, a bunch of people start ascending up the staircase from the dance floor and coming into what would be the corridor between where I was standing on one side and where the bar was and a bunch of other people were standing, where Scar was standing. That walkway led to the front door. And whenever celebrities or someone notable is making it...
All right. I want to get to the part. Let me fast forward it.
Posturing and bravado, and everybody was hyped. As they came through with that kind of mentality, they bumped into Scar's back. Now, Scar's back was to the walkway, so he couldn't see who was coming. He was facing the bar, his back was to the walkway. As they came through, they pushed him, and his drink went in his face. So like anybody, if somebody pushes you from the back, he elbowed back, like, get off of me. When he elbowed back, they tried to push. And so it made the whole crowd start swaying. And that's when they got into this whole interaction, like, he apparently, I don't know all the details of in that, but I know, I didn't know them firsthand at the time. I do know them now. He tried to say something to him or whatever, and then they said whatever they said. And then one of the guys that was with Scar, apparently Puffy gestured in some type of way that they didn't like. And one of the guys that was with Scar slapped him in the face with a wad of money. It was like the young guys are now, doing that little phone brick thing. Well, he had this wad of money in his hand for whatever reason, because I wasn't standing near them, I was across. But all I know is I saw when he swung and slapped, and money was raining through the sky.
So according to her, she said a guy that was with Star smacked Baby Oil Man with a stack of money. Now, do y'all think that, and I'm going to let her finish, but do y'all think that it was self-defense on Baby Oil Man's part? I mean, if somebody smacked me in the face with anything, then I got to fight. And I'm sure most of y'all feel the same way. If somebody smack you in the face, if somebody throws something in your face, win, lose, or draw, you gotta fight. So could this have been self-defense for Baby Oil Man? I'm gonna let her finish.
And falling to the floor. Everybody started trying to run and pick up money, and it was just craziness. It was lights, action, camera, people scurrying for money, trying to catch money out of the sky, and that melee was still taking place. Now, when I saw that, I turned around to my friend and I was like, uh-oh, it's getting crazy in here. You see this? And never in a million years did I think it would escalate to a shooting. I thought it was male bravado. It was cold as ice outside, so I had no reason to believe it would get to that. But in no time, one thing led to another, the money was falling down, and then I hear the raised voices, and I see Shine and Puffy start backing back. Now, we don't all watch the Hood movie or whatever. We know what it looks like when people are backing back and reaching from their hip to pull.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up. What are y'all thoughts? I'm gonna let her finish. Tammy says, did he have to kill him though? Salute, Tommy. I see y'all. What are y'all thoughts? This is getting interesting. So, could that shooting that took place in that club could it been self-defense for Baby Oil Man? Because according to her, my man smacked Baby Oil Man in the face with a stack of dough. According to her, my man was the first one to make it rain in 1999. So, could Baby Oil Man be innocent even though she says he pow her in the nose? Could Baby Oil Man be innocent? But let's find out exactly what Baby Oil Man done. Salute Curry Kai. I see you, Curry Kai. Jay says a lot of these situations we'll never know the full story because unlike today, the street code was law. That's facts. End of the 400-year curse says yes. The unaliving is in all black men's mind, not fighting with fists. I want to go back to her. This is getting interesting, y'all. Let's get interesting. '40 Avenue says, laughing out loud, the first one to make it rain in 99.
So as they were backing back, they were drawing from their hip. And I turned to tell my friend, like, ooh, girl, watch out. Oh, my God. Because there was really nowhere for me to go. Where I was standing, there was a wrought iron metal rail to my back. I couldn't go. There was a drop over that. In fact, one of my friends fell over it onto the dance floor after everything happened. There was nowhere for me to go. And so as they were going back, they were backing back, like literally walking backwards towards the door, drawing from their hip. I told my friend, I said, oh my God, watch out. As I turned back to look at them, I watched them, bow. Both of them fired, and the muzzle flash was like, psh, psh. Shine's muzzle flash was a little higher. He was on the side closest to the bar. Puffy's muzzle flash was a little lower, and he was on the side closest to where I was, straight ahead from me. I watched them both fire their guns. I watched them. I got hit right here, in my nose, in between my eyes, which means I'm facing directly at you. Just like I'm looking at you, and I can tell you got on black shades. They kind of look like Cazelles and an Adidas shirt. That's exactly how I was looking at him. And I watched him shoot me. So, not to digress, it always bugs me when people say, how can you be sure? The same way you're sure when your man is lying to you or when your woman is lying to you, or the same way you're sure when you ask your kids a question and they do that little thing they do when they're not being honest and you know they're telling a story. I'm that sure.
So according to her, she's That's sure that Baby Oil Man is the one that pow-powed her right smack in the nose.
We know people that we love. We know people's tells or body language or whatever. The same way you're sure that I have on a green shirt, I'm certain that he shot me. Now, was he aiming at me? Was I the object of his fire? Absolutely not. I should not have been because I didn't do anything to him. But is that what resulted? Absolutely, because I see a lot of people online get stuck on that. Oh, well, why would he shoot you? What did you do? Did you owe him money? And I'm like, class, pay attention. Bullets don't have names and they don't have predetermined destinations. Once they come out of the gun, they're going to go wherever they go. And that's the thing about crime and shooting people. You cannot guarantee that what you're aiming at is what you're going to hit. Because you might be a thug, but it doesn't mean you have good aim. You might be a criminal, but it doesn't mean you have good aim. And that is exactly how I sit here today. Because some thug criminal with an attitude and an ego that was outside of control decided he was going to fire a gun in a crowded nightclub and shot me in my face. By the grace of God, I am here.
All right, we're going to stop it right there. I'm going to come to the chat. Salute, y'all. I'm going to come to the chat. I'm going to take some comments from the chat. I see you, Tommy. Capricorn Chronicle says, this lady has said this before this case happened. End of the 400-year curse says, this right here could be a movie. Where's the popcorn? Tommy says, of course, she is certain that he shot her. He is the only one in the melee that she can sue. Tommy says, she is upset that she couldn't sue him because she seemed to be the only one that saw him shooting. Jay says, I knew she would mention ego, which is exactly what could have been the sign to quit messing around with him. Use the abbreviation, Jay. Use the abbreviation, Jay. No profanity in the chat. Use the abbreviation. Or just use the F, letter F. End of the 400-year curse says, by the grace of God, you should have never been there. Tammy says, it was an episode on Law and Order, SUV. You didn't see it. I didn't see it. I didn't see it, Tammy. I didn't see it. What are y'all thoughts? What are y'all thoughts? She says she saw him. Now, let me just speak for me. Listening to her and listening to how it went down, do I think he meant to pow her? No. Jay says the only way it's self-defense is if he didn't already know the guy. Dirty Red Vibe says, I seen that episode. Tommy says, everybody that was dead, bro, said he wasn't the one shooting except her. They told who he was doing the shooting. Sushi, appreciate that super chat, Sushi. Sushi Wolf, appreciate the super chat, says, destroyed by racism, continue to destroy themselves. Appreciate that super chat, Sushi. So now, if I gotta compare her situation with Baby Oil Man and Cassie's situation, and I'm gonna go off of what she said. Him shooting her, I don't think he meant to do it. Of course, she wasn't the aim target. He wasn't aiming at her. According to her, an altercation happened. According to her, my man that was with Star, somebody that she know, salute my boo, smacked Baby Oil Man with the stack of money. Baby Oil Man, he just responded. Anybody is going to respond. You hit anybody in the face with anything. You throw anything at anybody and it hit them in their face. They're going to respond. Now, did he go to the extreme by pulling out the Jimmy Jack? hey, we don't know the reputation. We don't know the type of caliber guys that this star and his man was. They could have been some serious dudes. You know, Baby Oil Man could have known they get down. And so Baby Oil Man could have knew him and Sean, because she said it was both of them that licked off. So they could have knew, look, these some serious dudes right here. You know, they with it. They some steppers. They some hitters. They some thugs. They some goons. So with that situation, however, I'm not taking away from her being a victim, because she did get popped in the nose. Now, if she says that Baby Oil Man is the one that did it, yeah, Baby Oil Man should be held accountable. Can't get around that. But we do see that he has a history of violence. He has a history of violence. Let me read some comments and then I'm going to jump back. Santan says he didn't mean to shoot her, but Sean said he did and he took the rap for him. Tommy says his peoples responded, Shank. Sean and his bodyguard Wolf. Jay says, for example, Orlando Anderson shot Tupac kind of in self-defense. But what's weird is he already knew Pop and Suge, not to change the topic, but if Diddy already had smoke, he put people in danger. Dirty Red Vibe says, but he was wrong for responding like that. It's innocent people in there. He had too much money for that. That's a good point. Tammy says, nobody had no disease in that group. That gift that keeps on giving that nobody wants. Just think how reaching that will be. Jay says, right, Dirty Red. My boo says, Baby Oil Man, I'm dead. Throw up a 1 if you got your bottle of baby oil. Tommy says the reason Baby Oil Man never got held accountable was because she was the only one that saw him shooting. No one else fingered him as a shooter. Sushi says Puff Daddy will get Epstein. Tammy says she should have been compensated. Don't you think? I think so. I think she was compensated. I'm not sure. I got backtracked. Dirty Red says, I'm at work, mine at home. There you go. There you go. I know some baby oil people out there. Even though some of y'all got the KY jelly, but the KY jelly do the same thing as the baby oil. Like I said, the ladies, they love that KY jelly. And the fellas, we love the baby oil. Most of the females that I was with, they love that goddamn KY jelly. Me, I'm grabbing some baby oil. Well, the KY jelly, I guess, is for the females, right? Right, y'all? The KY jelly is for the females. And the baby oil is for us. But let me get back to the chat. The end of 400-year curse says violence. Yes, where was his daddy? With all the money he has, he could have gone to therapy. Bad Bunny says, why is your bottle of baby oil almost empty? Because I was you. Hey, Bad Bunny, you going to leave me alone. Because this is what I used to use on my head until my troublemakers, 80s baby and them, kept roasting me about my head being shiny. So I stopped using it. But my baby oil bottle is almost empty because I used to use it on my head. In the 400 years says, she want more money. Mama Boo says, laughing my ass off, you funny, Shank. I try to have a sense of humor with all of the things that's going on in the world. So I try to have a sense of humor because some of my demonstrations be serious. Like when I cover, you know, the unaliving of these children and these women, those be my serious demonstrations. So when I get a chance to vent, when I get a chance to cut a fool and have fun with y'all, I go ahead and do that. Because some of my demonstrations be so serious and just, you know, be so tragically. I just use these demonstrations to loosen up a little bit and cut a fool with y'all. 80s baby says she was compensated. I thought she was. Tommy says she wasn't really compensated, Shank, because no one else saw him shooting. He got found not guilty. Sushi says that baby oil smell though. Not mine. Salute to Trill Pill. I see you, Trill Pill. Trill Pill says, nah, I'm going to the coconut oil for the lady. Huh? Huh? Who used coconut oil? Who used coconut oil like my man, the Trill Pill? Bad Bunny laughing out loud. Mama Boo laughing. Trelane, appreciate that membership. Appreciate that membership purchase, Trelane. In the 400 years says laughing out loud with the half-empty baby oil. Sushi says, life is like a PTSD simulator, Mama Boo. Tammy says, you was killing me earlier with the baby oil, man. That's what I call him now. He got so many different aliases and other names. I refer to him as baby oil man. Because any man with over 1,000, well, they said it wasn't all baby oil bottles, Shank. It was KY jelly and other lubricant. But I seen a lot of baby oil bottles. And I was like, damn. I did a Keefy D on them. Damn. Jay says, also another random thing, Jimmy Henchman ordering the hit on Pop while Bad Boys artists were there. Literally started all of this. That's true, Jay. That's true. Denithia says, I use olive oil or avocado oil. Tammy says, I like the lavender. Sushi says, my man, try the avocado cooking oil. I ain't talking about for cooking. Dirty Red Vibe says coconut oil is good too. I use it. Also, look, I don't use this for no damn cooking. Well, if you want to refer to it as me cooking, but I don't use this for cooking. I used to use it for my head. That's 2P Diddy, virgin olive oil. Tammy says, yes, he did. Denithia says, all good for you, Skin. Dirty Red Vibes threw up the laugh emojis. End of the 400-year curse. Black people need therapy because of the slavery experience, and it is still going on. That's true. Tammy says, me too. All right, we're going to go back. Appreciate that cash donation, Tommy. Appreciate that cash donation, Tommy. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to... if I could get it, y'all. And I'm not going to hold y'all that much longer. Jay says, did you see the video where they're walking out Quad Studios after the shooting? Yeah, I seen it. Jimmy Henchman come out. Baby Oil Man come out. And Biggie come out. I think Andre Harrell came out. But I know those three came out. Mama Boo says, y'all changing the topic to cooking oil. That's done, Mama Boo. And make sure everybody subscribes to the content creators that belongs to the Switching Lanes sector. We got Vino Entertainment TV. We got Just Me TT. We got Shano. We got Tommy representing the Still Swinging Podcast. We got myself and we got Miss Parker as well. Check my community wall as well, y'all. And y'all see the content creators on my community wall. If I could get y'all to subscribe to those channels, it's very important that we support each other. Because what happens is...
That's exactly how I sit here today.
What happens is a lot of content creators that have actual content, a lot of us get overlooked. And so we come up with the idea of starting a sector for those content creators that have good content, that has content. We came up with a sector so we can all work together and promote. So make sure y'all check my community wall. And if you see Switching Lanes sector, if you see me hashtag Switching Lanes sector, that's a content creator that belongs to the Switching Lanes sector. Appreciate y'all. Let's go back. I want to go back to Natasha. And let me get her name. Let's go back to Natasha. And I'm not going to hold y'all that much longer. Y'all could just bear with me for a few more minutes. And Vino Entertainment TV, she's going live later on tonight. 8:45 Eastern Time, 7:45 Central Time. So make sure everybody check out Vino Entertainment TV. She will be going live 8:45 Eastern Time and 7:45 Central Time. And Tommy from the Still Swinging Podcast, he will be going live later on this week. and I'll make sure I share it to my community wall. Just me, TT, as well, and Miss Parker. All right, let's come back. And Shane, though. Just check my community wall, y'all. And remember, if you see hashtag switching lane sector, that's a content creator in the sector.
Criminal with an attitude and an ego that was outside of control decided he was going to fire a gun in a crowded nightclub and shot me in my face. By the grace of God, I am here. The first thing I said when the bullet hit me, and listen, when right before the muzzle flash went off, when I turned back to look, I heard God's voice say, "Relax, you're about to get hit. Calm down." And when I
Wow. She had all these signs from God. Now, I'm not knocking her and I'm not judging her because I've been in her shoes before. So I'm not judging her, but she had all these signs from God.
screamed no, pop, pop, and it hit me dead in my face. And I never passed out. I never fell. I never cried. Everybody started running. And just like when you watch a TV show or a movie and there's one person standing in a spot and everybody else is moving in fast motion and that one person is just in that spot, whatever they do looks a little slower, but everybody else is moving fast, that's exactly what it was like. Everybody was running, trying to get places. It was chaos. It was chaos. When that door, the first few people ran out of the door flew open. And remember, I was in that line sight, straight from the staircase, straight towards the front door. As soon as the bullet hit me, I threw my hands up and screamed out, "No, God, don't take me. I'm not finished raising my kids. I have work to do." I screamed that at the top of my lungs. I said, "I'm not going. Don't take me. I have work to do. I have to raise my children." And as I said that, the door flew open and I could feel that total rush of that cold December 27th morning air. It was freezing out there. And it passed us right before the air. You ever watch Star Trek and they say, "Beam me up, Scotty," and they start to pixelate? My body started doing that. I felt my body pixelating. I didn't even feel like a solid person anymore. And as my body was pixelating, that's when the door flew open and the air rushed in. You've seen a loosely knit sweater or like the mesh net shirts that Jamaican men wear, the dreadlocks, the Rastafarians wear, that little mesh t-shirt, that's how I felt. I could feel the cold air from the front door rush through me, pass through me, go into the front of me and pass out the back of me. And I was like, oh my God, I'm dying. Because I had never felt that sensation. I've always felt like a full, solid woman that I am. I felt the air come to my front, pass through my flesh, and come out the back. So all I could think was, this is what death feels like. I feel like I'm separating. My pieces are separating, and I'm dying. And that is what I thought. Now, I don't know what to call that frame of mind. I was conscious. I was fully aware. I looked to the side, and I saw this guy laying on the floor under the lip of the bar. And I said, oh my God, he died. And I stood there and prayed for him because my mentality was, he got shot in this. We had shared this situation. He got shot and I got shot. I thought I was dying and I already thought he was dead. So I didn't want him to face God without being saved. And so I stopped and I prayed for him. I prayed the blood of Jesus over him. And I prayed for his family and I prayed for the entire situation. And it was, I can't say that I was afraid. I can't, every time I get to this point, I just get emotional. I can't. I'm a tough cookie, and I promise you, I don't even, my mind doesn't tell me it's time to cry, but it's something, I'm a tough cookie, but this always.
And I will say, like I said, she was a victim. Even though I don't think that Baby Oil Man meant to do it, I don't think he intended to power her. She definitely was a victim. So I feel her pain.
Because I can feel it. It's that whole where people say, how can you be sure? I can still feel it. I can still see it playing through my mind. Like, what's your favorite movie?
Something About Mary.
I know you know every single part about Something About Mary. When she getting ready to go like this and that hair is stuck up and what's in your hair? The same way you know every iota of that movie, I know every iota of this movie. This is the movie that plays over in my head. And it's not my favorite, far from it, but it's what plays over and over in my mind. I can't forget it.
I understand. I know it got to be hard for you to relive that incident. So when it comes to that shooting, right, from your point of view, you're sure that Diddy shot you, 100%.
I'm 100% sure.
So either she's lying or she's 100% sure. She's sure that it was Baby Oil Man that popped her. She's sure.
100% sure. I'm 1,000,000% sure. I'm as sure as my babies came out of my womb and out of my vagina. I'm that sure. And I got 3 of them. I know what it feels like. I'm that concrete sure. And you notice the one thing, he has never formally denied. He did that one video with that wackadoodle attorney that was looking like he was high on coke. And he was like, I did not, and he used word semantics. I did not do anything to those people in a club. I remember his video 100%, a news conference. His eye, that's why he wears shades all the time, because his eyes tell on whatever he says. Go back and look at that video. There's a slender attorney who he never used again, no less, who's sitting at the table. Oh, these people are lying. We're going to prove da 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 da. Nonsense. Nonsense. He said, I did not do anything to hurt those people at a club. Word semantics. See, I don't have the option of tuning it out and moving on with my life. It's my existence. So every single thing said, especially by him and the parties involved, sticks in my head. I already have a unique brain that absorbs everything and remembers details, finite details of obscure things that most people it would pass you and you wouldn't even remember it. I remember it all. I just have an uncanny thing. I was standing in my beauty salon one day. A guy pulled up to the front of my salon. I saw him in the car. I looked, turned my head. I said, come here. He came in the door of my beauty salon. He was like, me? I said, I know you. He said, I don't know you. I don't recognize you. I said, I was sitting in my mind for a second. I had to ponder, where do I know him from? And I said, oh, your name is Colin. And I'm sure he's somewhere out in the world. He can verify this. I said, your name is Colin. Your grandmother's name is Miss Cook. She was the cook at our daycare center. You and I used to go to Haitian American Daycare Center together when we were 4.
So she's basically letting us know that she knows what she's talking about. She knows who it was that pow her. I'm going to take some last comments from y'all, and then we're going to get out of here. I appreciate everybody for pulling up to the demonstration. Once again, make sure y'all help me along with the other content creators in the switching lane sector. Make sure y'all help support us by subscribing to the channel and hitting the like button. Also, just drop in for the demonstrations that the content creators have. Might be a demonstration that you like. You might learn something from it. Who knows? End of the 400-year curse says, Diddy trying to play the white man game. No black man or woman can do that. We are still under the curse from God. That's true. That's true. Jay says, so did she like sue him or seek her? 80s Baby says, Jay, he paid her. Diddy is back. Diddy is back. Why you don't answer no questions, Diddy? Matter of fact, I ain't even calling you Diddy no more. Baby Oil Man, answer the questions. Did you or did you not pow Natasha in this club in 1999? She said that she saw you pull the trigger. Talk to me, Baby Oil Man. Talk to me. Baby Oil Man says no, she's lying. All right. What about Tupac and Biggie? Did you put a hit out on Tupac and Biggie? Answer that question, Baby Oil Man. The people want to know. End of the 400-year curse set is Pow Pow and Indian Turn. You know, so with YouTube is so sensitive. And this is why I say no profanity in the chat. YouTube, you got to use certain words, or, they'll get on you about using these words. Check my community wall, and I'll put up a list of the words that, like when I say pow pow, I'll show you what it stands for. And then that way you'll know not to say that word and you'll use the word pow pow. But I'm not sure whether or not if pow pow is an Indian term. I think so, but I'm not sure. End of the 400-year curse. Baby Old Man says, I can't talk about them. Tupac wasn't who y'all think he was, though. Big was my brother. Well, who was Tupac? In your own words, Baby Oil Man, who was Tupac? What was Tupac? In your own words. And the 400-year curse says, so there's no freedom of speech. Nah, not on YouTube. Other platforms, yeah, but not on YouTube. Baby Oil Man says Tupac wasn't a thug. What was he? What was he? Because Tupac broke the word thug down. The hate you gave us. So what was Tupac? I'm trying to understand exactly what was Tupac. Baby Oil Man says Tupac was a zesty actor. Some people feel that way. There's a picture of Pac in a bathtub with jewelry, and I believe he's half naked, but there's some pictures of Pac that people claim, see, look, he looked zesty. Here's one thing I know about pictures, and this is what I know about men. It's like, it's hard to really tell. It's hard to really tell who's zesty and who's not. 80s Baby says, how is Baby Oil texting when he is on self-harm watch and starving himself in jail? That's not Baby Oil. That's a imposter. Dirty Red says, hey, no Pac's landing. Baby Oil Man says, Tupac glazed more than Saucy Santana. I mean, Pac. Leslie says Pac wasn't zesty. He's lying. End of the 400-year curse. Rich black people are not used to a lot of money. Before we get out of here, and everybody that's catching this on the replay, before we get out of here, drop a 6. Drop a 6 if you think Pac was zesty. Drop a 7 if you think Pac was a solid man. Drop a 6 if you think Pac was zesty. Drop a 7 if you think Pac was a solid man. Denethia dropped a 7. I'm going to drop a 7. Leslie dropped a 7. Dirty Red Vibes dropped a 7. Aunt Esther, you've been in them bushes all this time, and now you drop down and drop a 6, Aunt Esther. Where you been at, Aunt Esther? The Grinch stole my bong, dropped a 7. Baby Oil Man dropped 3 6s. End of the 4-year curse dropped 7, 400 year. Jay says, first thing first, just because y'all smack someone for disrespecting you doesn't make you a gangster. Tori dropped a 7. Suntan dropped a 7. Bad Bunny dropped a 7. Darlene dropped a 7. 80s Baby dropped a 7. Definitely solid. I ain't laughing, Aunt Esther. You old heathen. Take your old heathen ass back to the bushes, Aunt Esther. Denithia says Pac stood on business. Mixed Vibes dropped a 7. Aunt Esther says, I've been listening. I appreciate you, Aunt Esther. Tammy says, didn't Baby Oil Man go to all boys school? Mixed Vibes says, I'm a new subscriber. Appreciate you for subscribing, Mixed Vibes. Appreciate you for subscribing. Jay says, Pac wasn't a gangster. He was a musical mercenary. He said it himself. That's true. That's true. Digital Intuition dropped a 6.5. Pac never said he was a gangster. I just, to me, and I could be wrong, I don't think Pac was zesty. I don't think he went that way. I don't. I don't. 80s Baby says, I supposed to have had Pac's baby. Yeah. 80s Baby. And you were supposed to have Pac's baby. I was supposed to have married Beyonce when she turned 18. I was supposed to have impregnated Sexy Red. I was supposed to took help me out, y'all. I was supposed to took Lil' Kim to her prom. Stop lying, 80s Baby. See, there you go with that BS, 80s Baby. Knowing goddamn well you wasn't supposed to have Pac's baby. Stop it, 80s Baby. The Grinch stole my bong, dropped to 7.5. Tori says, I've been hearing things about Baby Oil Man since the 90s, bruh. A reliable source gave. Tammy says, yeah, man. Tammy says, did he watch your mouth when you talk about Pac, sucker? Boy, people get mad about Pac. I feel you, Tammy. People get mad when you talk about Pac. Leslie says, ask Baby Oil, did he delete Kim Porter? Suntan says, not Sexy Red. Mixed Vibe says, Mixed Vibe says, this guy a real one. Toy says, Grinch says, 7 point. J says, Pac went with the Bloods because they took him in and stood on business for whatever it took him and stood on business for whatever it was worth, but he didn't do it as a gimmick. 80s Baby says, nasty STD Red. Mixed Vibe says, glad I sub. I appreciate you, Mixed Vibes. Denithia says, I feel you, 80s Baby. Hey, my heart thought. Hey, Denithia, you on 80s Baby, go ahead with all of that. Knowing damn well y'all wasn't supposed to have Pac's baby. I can't pronounce that. Promotion says you look like Tyrese Gibson. Once again, I appreciate everybody for pulling up. I'll see everybody back tomorrow. Tonight, 8:45 Eastern Time, 7:45 Central Time. We will be over at Vino Entertainment TV Perk. Make sure y'all go down my community wall and support all of the content creators that you see. Hashtag switching lane sector. Salute everybody, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll see y'all over at Perps. Salute y'all.